I want to talk about this fragrance today, but I wanted to talk about this fragrance outside, and I want to share my experience with everyone about this fragrance outside because it just feels like the right thing to do. This fragrance is called Un Jardin Sur Le Nil by Hermès, and the artist who created this fragrance is Jean-Claude Ellena. The beautiful things in this fragrance are lotus blossom, green mango, frankincense, grapefruit, sycamore woods, cinnamon, hyacinth, peony, among a couple of other things. It has tomato plants in here. It has carrots and carrot seed in here. It has so many things in this fragrance and so many different kinds of things in this fragrance. This fragrance is so complex, but it's so simple at the same time. There's so many things I love about this fragrance. Some of the things I love about this fragrance is the purity of this fragrance and how natural this fragrance is. I can actually smell these things when I take this fragrance in. It's actually like these things are in front of me and I'm actually smelling them in person. That's how pure and natural this fragrance is. I feel like this fragrance is alive in a certain way and that it's magical in a way. And what I mean by that is when I take this fragrance in and experience this fragrance, I bond with this fragrance. And when I take this fragrance in, it bonds with my imagination and is able to take me to a place. The name of this fragrance actually translates to a garden on the Nile. And when I experience this fragrance and take it in, it actually takes me there. It actually transports me to a garden on the bank of the Nile. And there's a beautiful cottage there. And I can take this fragrance in. And I can smell the green mango. And there's so much green there. I smell grass and I smell the leaves on the sycamore trees. And I smell all the exotic flowers. I smell the lotus blossoms and the peony. And I smell all those exotic flowers and I smell all the plants. And I smell herbs. I can even smell the tomato plants because I know that smell because when I was a child, I remember when I was at my aunt's house and she used to have a tomato garden there, and I remember smelling those tomato plants as a child. And I'm actually able to smell that here. This is so complex, but so simple and so pure and beautiful all at the same time. It's actually like I'm actually literally there in the middle of a beautiful garden on the bank of the Nile, smelling all these flowers and plants and herbs and vegetables and the woods surrounding this cottage and this garden. And I can't explain this. I cannot explain it, but I actually smell a breeze there. And I can't explain that, but I can actually even smell the Nile River on the bank of the garden, and I can't explain that either. The only comparison I can come up with is, you know how you cut open a cucumber and smell the inside of the cucumber? It has like a watery feel to it. Or if you cut open a watermelon and smell the inside of the watermelon, it has that watery feel to it. that's as close as a comparison I can come up with, but I can't explain why I smell water and smell the Nile River and smell the breeze in the air and smell all these beautiful exotic flowers and the plants and the vegetables and the woods. I can't explain why I smell that and why I actually feel like I'm literally there in the middle of that garden. But that's what it does. That's why I think this fragrance is alive and magical, is because I let it do that to me. I let it come into me and do that to me. And there's very, very few fragrances that are able to do that to me. And I consider this alive and magical and a masterpiece. Everything about this fragrance is that. And I just wanted to share my experience with everyone about the journey that this fragrance takes me on every time I take this fragrance in.